Hi there, everyone. Can you relate to when you have a situation that you can't get closure on or get an answer to or a solution or find out more details in your timing? If you have to wait, if you're not sure when you're going to know the answer, it goes from stress to distress to where you're feeling completely and totally emotionally dysregulated. I could be getting that way over the sounds behind me right now, but I'm not going to. To where you're feeling like this full body experience and you're just absolutely exhausted afterward, but you don't have time in your mind to take care of yourself, so you just keep on going on with life, and then the stresses just keep building up, and you feel more worn out and more emotionally non-resilient. You feel more depleted. If so, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Debbie from emotionallysensitive.com, and I'm out here in a park where there are cars and people and noise, so thank you for bearing with me as I bring this to you, and horns. So there is a difference between ordinary stress, which everyone faces. We naturally will experience stress in the face of things that are stressful. But what happens with a lot of us who have emotional sensitivity or BPD traits or borderline personality disorder is if we don't intervene and use some skills and use some self-care and take it down a few notches, and what I mean by that is do things to nurture ourselves and do things to soothe and calm our nervous system, we're so much more susceptible to feeling worse than the average person who's experiencing an upsetting emotion or who's waiting on an answer for something and it's really difficult to wait. So one of the examples I use often, because people get where I'm going with this, is let's say you haven't been feeling well and you go to the lab at the hospital and you get the blood drawn and you get your tests done, and they say, okay, well, we won't know for 3 days if you have fill in the blank with like the scary diagnosis or scary thing that you might be waiting to find out if you have the result, if you have it or not. There's nothing you can do to speed up that test. If it takes the lab 3 days, it takes the lab 3 days. What I have found as an emotionally sensitive person, and what I have heard from my students over and over, is that before learning DBT skills and learning how to manage that distress of not being able to problem solve, of not being able to get the answers I need in the time that I want them, in having this unknown and this possibility of something that can be really upsetting and scary out there, and not being able to push up that date, how do we reduce our suffering from that point until the point where we can actually get that information that we need, that we're waiting for, right? And what, like I was saying, for myself and other people, before I had DBT and when I had really severe BPD symptoms, those spaces of time were pretty intolerable. And it never occurred to me that I could take care of and nurture and calm myself, like maybe go to a yoga class or maybe cook something really nice for myself, or have a nice warm cup of tea and take a bubble bath or whatever it might be to calm my nervous system. That seemed counterproductive. It seemed like I needed to be working overtime, constantly thinking and overthinking and trying to solve and find a way to get that answer even before 3 days, even though I'm told it's impossible. I felt that in retrospect, when I look back, I would feel like I should be stressing during that time. Like it didn't make sense and it wasn't okay for me to do something pleasurable or something that was self-care related or take care of myself or do something kind for myself while I was waiting. That was not something that was intuitive to me. And that's what I hear from a lot of people too who have borderline personality disorder or BPD traits or emotional sensitivity, is it doesn't occur to them to do these things. And if they do them, they feel guilty or they feel gluttonous or they feel unworthy. But that's not true at all. Actually, it is so important that we refill our cup and that we do these things to take care of ourselves, even in the midst of the chaos and the crisis and the things that we have to wait on to find out, whether it's someone calling us back that we love, like we're waiting for a return phone call or a return text, or waiting to find out if the landlord is going to sell the house or apartment that you're living in and you're going to have to move. If there's nothing you can do about it and there's a certain amount of time you have to wait, there's a tendency for a lot of us to then get really stressed out, do the opposite of self-care, and then create other kinds of problems for ourselves, either interpersonally or at work or at home, or just so many different ways, because we get so stressed out that we're now experiencing distress, which is a whole nother level of stress. So in my class that starts in a couple of weeks, my online dbt-informed class at emotionallysensitive.com, this is one of the things that we're going to be focusing on and really digging into. So if you're relating to this need for self-care, but feeling like you need some cheerleading through it and to learn some skills and to understand how this impacts the nervous system when we actually take care of ourselves during these times of distress versus neglect ourselves and allow things to get worse, then you might want to check out this class. And I'd also like to know below in the comments from those of you who can relate to what I'm saying, do you take care of yourself and engage in self-care when stressful things are going on, especially when you know, like, there's nothing I can do, I'm not going to have the answer till next Tuesday, I need to calm down, read a book, have a cup of tea, talk to a friend on the phone, watch a good TV show, whatever it might be? Or do you find yourself feeling like I used to, where it was like, no, I have to constantly be thinking, how do I resolve this? How do I fix this? Go, 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 dot, 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 dot. I would love to know. So please pop a comment down below and I will respond to as many as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much. Hope you're having a great week so far. Yeah, we're midweek now when this is being posted. And I look forward to connecting with you again. Visit me over at emotionallysensitive.com. Bye for now.